Okay, I have a question for you.
Okay.
What holiday would you like to see Jack Skellington completely destroy next?
That's a great, you know what? For the irony of it,
Yeah,
Halloween.
that's pretty good.
Yeah.
We've never gotten to see Jack Skellington on a Halloween.
No, we haven't.
Like they're like,
By
oh,
a
this is a
field trip.
Halloween movie. Like they're I don't think you're allowed to say that anymore. Canceled. No, yeah, you're right. Like we've never seen it. I feel like the movie like sells itself as if it's like, oh yeah, we get to see them do spooky stuff. Like right away they act
Literally
like
opens up with a song called Halloween Town.
it's like this is Halloween,
Yeah.
and it's not. It was Halloween. It's like this was Halloween.
Yeah.
That was Halloween. Now we do Christmas. Now we do
Just
like
kidding. Just
yeah.
kidding.
So like it would I that's a good idea. It didn't once cross my mind.
You want to ruin the 4th of July, don't you?
I've always wanted to watch Jack Skellington once again destroy America. Yes. No, I was thinking Valentine's Day.
That's a good one.
Watching Jack Skellington run around trying to get people to bone each other would be hilarious.
Yeah.
He has no skills as far as we know with a bow and
Not
arrow. It's a
even.
bone and arrow, by the way.
Primary.
Yeah, I love you. But can you imagine Zero's little nose instead of a pumpkin, it becomes a heart, right? And
So
he's
cute.
it would be so cute. And they're running around. He's trying to, of course, make people fall in love, but he bones it, like he screws it all up just like he always does. And then, of course, as everyone falls apart and love gets completely, like it dissipates into the ether as everyone like becomes like rage monsters. He's like, oh wait. I'm good at Halloween. I did make things scary. Let me fix it. And then he acts like a hero, right? It
It's
writes itself.
flawless.
It's
Yeah.
a
I mean,
flawless movie. Like I feel like
hey, are you paying attention out there, Hollywood?
yeah,
This is gold.
Hollywood. Who are you?
Absolute
Dear
gold.
Hollywood,
Dear,
let us write a
dear
movie. Dear
movies.
movies.
This one should exist.
Anyway, we're gonna do this whole show about having issues and being a person. So
That's what this show is?
it's gonna be. Hello, welcome to We Have Issues. I'm Anthony.
And I am Katie Carlisle. Just kidding, I'm Carly.
This is my wonderful, beautiful, incredible fiance, Carly. We Stephen unfortunately is very sick this week. He was
Steven.
feel better. He's gonna feel better. Stephen is basically a Viking. He is a warrior who is he's just
That's why
he's
he's the paladin.
it's true.
Yeah.
It is funny though. Like he's not like the barbarian
Yeah.
character. He is a paladin, but
Yeah.
he is incredible, and he will get better soon. He's so sweet. Steven was like, he's like, can we just maybe not record today? We'll record tomorrow. I'll feel better. And I was like, I knew immediately. Like I told you, I was like, oh, I'm probably gonna have to record by myself, and you offered immediately. Like, oh, well, I could do it with you. So
Co-host with you anytime.
love you. Unfortunately, Steven's out this week, but fortunately, we have a wonderful co-host here, and it is Blue, the Blue. No, come on, I'm talking about you. So, for those of you who don't know, this is my fiance, Katie Carlisle, who is a wonderful, incredible author.
Ah, shucks. You're
Yeah.
the incredible
Yeah,
author.
okay. No one tunes in to watch nice things about me. People tune in to hear about my woes, and
You're not that wonderful. I can't even pretend to
that's
be.
on record. I edit this show and that's going in. So speaking of me not being so wonderful, we have been super stressed with various things lately.
It's true.
And
It's true.
it's been, it's funny. Like I feel like you and we've been through a lot since we've been together
Yeah.
as individuals and like as not as a couple as far as like us bickering,
No.
but just as far as like things being thrown at
My
us
God,
from
the obstacles.
But it's so interesting because like I feel like we've handled everything really well.
Mm-hmm.
Not to jinx it. I think we're doing a pretty good job.
Yeah.
But lately, we've been like it has been one thing after another with the wedding and with the history like the I'm sorry, the wedding and the holidays and all of the stuff going on. Of course, Thanksgiving happens and Christmas is coming and then it's our wedding and it's just like, oh my gosh, of course we did this to ourselves. We knew what this was. We know when our birthday is,
No,
you know? So like
never known.
so all right. So Carly and I have the same birthday. It's January 15th. which means that neither of us have ever been able to celebrate our birthday because it's Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday, and so we always come
That's
in second
true.
and third.
Yes.
I'm not gonna say yeah, you're second, of course.
Second is the best. What?
You're saying that I mean, by that logic, Martin Luther King Jr. is the worst.
No.
You're the best.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't think that one through.
you didn't think that through. You're like, oh,
Now
I'm second is the best. Yeah. I love you. Just by the logic.
Sorry.
Okay, I like that you're on a first name basis. Anyway, for those of you,
So many reports on that guy. I
oh my,
love him.
okay. So, we're getting married in January, and it's been nice, but it's one of those things where we don't always know when to plan things because it's hard. It's hard
Yeah.
day to day to be like, hey, next Tuesday we're gonna sit down and talk about catering. It just sneaks up on us, and
Oh
it's
my
like, oh
God,
wait,
yeah.
crap, no, we have to do this, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and because of that, I mean, I know one of us is more guilty of it than the other.
And
No, but you're amazing because you keep it all going and rolling, and I do whatever I can to help, but you're amazing.
yeah, I try to be. Well, my brain is broken, y'all. Like that's the only way to describe it. And the reason why is like I'm very used to managing a bunch of different tasks at once. Like that's just kind of like part of what I do every
Yeah,
day. Is like I'm edit like last week I edited like 200 pages a day
yeah,
of other people's content. I'm like jumping from project to project, all of
yeah.
these different deadlines moving and things like that. So like I'm really good at multitasking,
Hmm.
but the thing that my brain loves to do to me is it's like panic drop. Okay, now you have to focus like zero in on this one task because you're gonna forget it. And
Hmm.
if you forget it again, it's gonna be a problem. So what you should do so that you don't forget it is say it out loud at the most awkward and inopportune moment and share it with Anthony so that he can also share in the anxiety monster.
I love you. You know how I am. I don't wear any of it. I very much
No,
I'm just like
no,
I know for a fact there's nothing we can do about that in this moment.
yeah,
I
and that's
don't it
literally
doesn't
that's what your response is every time. It's like, that's great. We can't do anything about it now. And
yeah.
I'm just
It's
like,
like people
no.
talk about that stuff. Like just before I'm writing down what we're gonna talk about tonight, right now, on this show. And she's like, "So tell me the relationship between these two people because we're gonna do our seating chart right now." And I was like, "We already explained, like we talked about this. We're gonna do this tomorrow." And you're like,
No,
"No."
no, my brain's
But
like,
if I,
hey,
yeah,
you need to you figure this out, okay?
it's
It's life or death
it's like that
now.
right now. It's so good though. Like, but to be fair, I mean, that's also why you've been able to write as many books as you have and do all the things
Yeah.
because like your brain says like, hey, this is the thing that needs to be done. And I don't know how much time I'm gonna have, and I'm probably less than I imagine I'm gonna have. So it's probably no time at all. Do it now.
Oh God, absolutely. That's exactly how I work with like literally everything in life and especially with books. Like I
Yeah.
basically didn't sleep last night because I was thinking about the edits that I want to make to my
Yeah.
manuscript and I'm just like, oh yeah, I can do this. Oh yeah, I can do that. And I'm like, oh my God, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. You have to be up in 5 hours.
Yeah, and it's funny because I can appreciate that. I've definitely been in that place. I have lived that way, and like I've been like these are my deadlines, and oh my gosh, if I don't beat it by then, I have to do this. And I'm just like and brain constantly moving, and it's
Hmm.
it's helpful and it's exhausting,
Yeah.
and it eventually wears on you. I mean, it wears on all of us.
Hmm.
No one can take that many bullets without, like falling, eventually, So it's a struggle sometimes. Like I see it, in you and I'm like I'll come home and you're just like, "Okay, I've been wearing this all day." And
Yeah,
I
that
was
was
like,
me yesterday. I'm like, ooh, I'm cranky.
yeah. And it's but you're cute. You know what I like about like the way our relationship works is like you're never really cranky with me.
No, and you're never like when things get bad, we don't take it out on each
Yeah,
other, like, do anything harmful to each other, speak to each other.
yeah.
No,
We
we are
punch the
I
neighbor
exactly
together. Worst,
just the
worst.
worst.
No, but anyway, yeah, we don't. I really love that and I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
I appreciate it.
Okay, wait. Before we get carried away, because people are gonna be like, "Ew, I don't want to watch
Oh,
these people like they're about to say love." Ugh." Speaking of that, how did we meet? What happened? Let's tell all the people.
How we met?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
I don't, we're here,
Yeah.
right? Like we're about to get married, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like you'd imagine we've been together for what, like 6 years? Like, like 5, 6 years, we get to know each other. We like really spend time together. We like you hear me fart a bunch, you see it happen, in person. Like there's
What a treat. Oh my goodness.
I love you. Okay, okay, but you imagine like that's the situation, but it's not.
No, it is not.
It's not. So we met on the interwebs, on an app,
Yeah.
right? And we were friends for a little bit. What was your experience with that? Like, who was I to you?
Well, at first when I saw you, I thought I read Anthony Fauci and I was like, he looks way too young to be that dude.
Yeah.
And then I also saw the types of things that you were tweeting, and I was like, yeah, there's no actual way. And then I looked closer with my big giant glasses, and I saw that it was actually Lafusi.
Yeah, the whole time I've been Anthony Fauci. Got one. I tricked her. Ha ha. No, but okay, well, to me, you were just cute girl with big glasses. Like that's very objective, I mean objectifying if you want, but it was just very, I mean, look at her glasses and they were bigger before.
Yeah.
So I was
The
like,
other glasses were retired
yeah.
because they kept cutting your face.
Yeah, they cut my face really bad, just like constantly. I still think they're cute. Worth it. Beauty
Hmm.
is pain.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, your pain.
Yeah. It's yeah, fashion over comfort, okay? No, but yeah, so like to me, like immediately you were like cute girl, big glasses, and then of course it changed over time and it was like, we kind of became friends. You know how I am. Like on social media, I don't know how the rest of you operate. You know how in the world everyone's a stranger to you. There's 7 billion people out there. You can't know them all. You can respect them insofar as like you treat them like humans. Like I'm not walking around thinking like everyone's a disposable piece of garbage. Like some people act like
That's because you're not from New
that's
Jersey.
true. That's what they do, and that's what they're taught in their one school that they have. Um,
I went to it.
yeah. So no, but like I don't look at people as if they're like NPCs or anything like that. But what I do is I acknowledge I don't know these people. Like these people I don't have any strong attachments to random people. And that being said, like as people kind of have flyby encounters with me, I don't remember a lot about them
Yeah.
unless it's like a significant thing. I just kind of like
Especially online.
an
There's
online.
so many
Yeah.
all the time. And like some of them like come and they like stay within your circle for like a
Yeah.
week and then they keep moving and you
Well,
like never see them again or you see them like, a month or 3 months or a year down the road.
exactly.
Like
Yeah, and you never unless someone's like haunting you. It's like reading a Russian novel where it's like you read this name that's 16 syllables long and you're like, do I have to know this Pavlana Rivilanovich?
yeah.
Like do I need to know this? Like I want to know if this person's important or if it's just a random passing like baker. And I don't know until we actually have an encounter that matters. Similar to reading a book. So like when I'm online, like for a while, like people are nothing to me. Take that, other people. No, I'd like, but it's true. Not nothing
He
insofar
nothings you.
I nothing you. No, but it's true. But it's just a matter of like I can't let everyone's life affect my
Yeah. My
well-being.
God, could you imagine? It'd be so exhausting.
Well, because you scroll on social media and every day is someone's best day of their life, and then every day it's someone's worst day of their life. Every day someone's having a birthday and someone's dying and and I'm just like, oh my God, if I just like take it all personally, I'm gonna be miserable perpetually.
Yeah.
So like, and I don't like go nihilistic with it. I just recognize my bubble of people. I'm just
Mhm.
like, this is my pool of people, is my Dunbar number. These are the people I'm familiar with in one way or another. And it's like Project Mayhem. That's what you kind of like refer to it as all the time. You're like, well, because it's like eventually someone has a name, like eventually you go from being like nobody or like a random person who made that one comment to like, oh, I remember that guy, or like, oh, I think they write a book to, oh, you're cute glasses, big glasses girl. And then it's like, oh, you're KT Carlisle, and then I know you as KT Carlisle, the author, and then we get to know each other a little more.
And then you thought I was Carly Carlisle, which was very, very funny.
I did. I thought your name was
You're like,
Carlisle.
wait a minute, your parents named you Carly Carlisle?
I did.
No, they did not.
I mean, I'm mad at them, at all of them. No, but like, so to me, that's who you were, and like over time, we got to know each other and we made each other laugh a little bit. And then I remember there was that one interaction we had where we learned that we had the same birthday.
Oh my God, yeah, it was so crazy. Well, because
I
you
was counting
posted,
down
yeah, you were
basically
doing
to
a
my birthday.
countdown
Yeah.
to your birthday, and I'm not that great at math. So it took me a minute, and I was staring at it and I was like, "What's your birthday?"
It was so
And
funny.
he's like, "It's January 15th." And I'm like, "That is my birthday." I can't even believe we have the same. I've never met anybody with the same birthday as me,
Yeah.
aside from Martin Luther King Jr. And I've never met him because,
Because, you think you're still first. So,
Oh
anyway.
God, I did not say that.
No, so we learned that we had the same birthday and it was like adorable. And we also learned that we had the same favorite color
Yes, purple.
because you were asking me my favorite color because you were like,
I was gonna make jackets
you're gonna
for
make jackets
birthday
because
club.
birthday club,
Yeah, and
right?
then I was like, I'm gonna make him a jacket. What color jacket would you like?
Yeah. And
And
I
he
said
said
purple
purple.
'cause
This
it's
is
my
my
favorite
favorite color, and I was like, what is happening right now? Then we started talking about Coheed and Cambria.
Yep. I couldn't believe that you liked it. It was
Asked me what my favorite songs were, and they were all your favorite songs.
okay. So it blows my like, and have you ever seen 500 Days? Have you ever seen 500 Days of Summer?
Yeah,
Okay, so I love that movie,
me
but
too.
of course, like they are a terrible couple who shouldn't be
Oh my
together,
God,
and
it's
they, like
toxic.
all this stuff is very toxic, terrible. Both of them are have so many issues, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's why we're talking about it. But there's that scene where his sisters, or I think it's his sister, says to him, he's like, just because someone likes a bunch of the same crap you do doesn't mean that you're soulmates or
Yes.
whatever. And like, so I like that's always kind of been like a part of me. But here's the thing, I've also been miserable in so many relationships to the in so far as the things that we didn't have in common. I was like, oh, I really wish we could go see Code and Cambria together and both enjoy it and sing along. Like,
Yeah.
do you know how wonderful, like how incredible the first time when we went to go see Code and Cambria, like what it felt like to sit with you?
Yeah.
You did. Like we both did. And like I was
It
like
was
looking at you and
amazing.
looking around, I was just like, this is the freaking best.
This is my person,
This
and
was
these are my
amazing.
people.
Yeah. And like singing and like looking at you and like oh my God, it was just just incredible.
Um,
And just like knowing that we have that in common is so cool. And I've
it's
never
so
had that with anyone.
awesome.
We have so many weird things.
Specifically with that band, like I have, musical
Yeah, yeah.
tastes in common with other people, obviously, but
I'll
like
kill
that
them.
that specific band though, every single time I bring it up, I don't like the lead singer. It's too high pitch. I'm like,
Yeah.
your opinion is wrong. That's it. That's all. It's okay.
Valid. But yeah, so like to you, I was a person you kind of interacted with. Occasionally you learn that we had the same birthday and a bunch of stuff in common. So then I know you were on your way out of, you left a relationship. And
Yeah,
I thought,
it's a
well,
tough spot.
when we first started like becoming friends, I didn't know any of that stuff,
No,
and so
I
I
kept it hidden from every single body.
yeah,
And but what really I think brought us closer was when I asked you to edit my the third book in my
yes,
murder mystery trilogy. And I basically bullied you into doing it
yeah,
because I read Play It Again and I noticed a lot of similarities in our writing style. And at that point I didn't have like who I considered a true professional editor. I had a
mm,
lot of people who like, had professional experience but weren't necessarily at that level to call themselves that, and like I feel as though my first two books kind of suffered for that reason.
right.
So when I read Play It Again, and I was literally like sobbing in my office while reading it and I was like, I love this writing style and I want this to be the person who edits my next book. And you did, and I was cracking up the entire time.
That's pretty funny. You're like, I want, yeah. You're like, this book made me cry, and I love it, so I wanted him to edit it. Anyway, he made me laugh the whole time.
Oh, so funny. Like all of your commentary throughout the book was just
Yeah,
hilarious.
I don't, okay. So like, as far as like line edits and like those sort of things, I know how to do that. As far as like the developmental sort of things or like reading as like a sort of like a beta reader and giving you that sort of feedback, I'm like, okay, I don't like a certain level of formality that just comes across as fake, as like
No.
phony and bad. So I was like, I'm just going to write as if I am a reader and this is how I feel about this thing and this is what's going on and I'm going and I kind of did it as like a couple different personalities or
Yeah.
like from perspectives, I think.
Hmm.
Like throughout. There were notes that are like this is me as a reader, and this is me as an author who,
Right.
thinks this would help a little bit. Um, so yeah, a lot of those comments were just like, this is exactly what I think right now, and I'm sorry. I
No, it was great though, and it helped me a lot.
Yeah.
But that experience brought us a bit closer
Mhm.
together. And then, yeah, it was like getting ready to leave a really scary and upsetting situation. And I honestly reached out to him because I was so uncertain about my future that I didn't know if I was going to be like around to do certain projects for people, and I wanted
Yeah.
to ask like if you would be able to, take up those
Yeah.
projects in the event that I wasn't able to. And so then like I didn't disclose really anything that was going on still, and it wasn't until I like made it to a safe place that I messaged you again and I was like, "Hey, I just wanted to let you know that like
Yeah.
I'm safe. I made it out." And then I kind of like went public with it, and
Yeah.
the rest is kind of history. But then like we just got to chatting after that, and I knew that I wanted to go down to Florida
And
because
yeah, of all the things,
yeah.
you hadn't seen your brother in how long?
Oh my God, it was like 5 years at that point.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
5 years. You hadn't seen your brother, and
Mm-hmm.
he just so happened to live a couple of hours away from me.
Mm-hmm. And Florida's a big state.
It's huge.
Like when like I had to drive from Florida to New Jersey
Yeah,
back in April. And like it was like a 20-hour trip, and I swear to God, like 10 of those hours are just
just
in
Florida.
Florida.
It's
It's
true. It's nuts.
insanely huge. So the fact that like my brother lives so close to him, and I was like, I'm going to see my brother, like that first and foremost. That was my plan. And I did. I went to him.
It was the funniest thing was I remember you were like, "Yeah, I'm gonna get a place near my brother," or
Mhm.
You were like, "I'm gonna get a place in the middle, so like maybe I
Yeah.
can see you and hang out. We'll hang out and all
Yeah.
this." And then what happened?
And then I came to where we are, and I fell completely head over stupid in heels love with you immediately when I laid eyes upon you.
I love you.
Like, as soon as I opened the door, I mean, it was honestly a little bit before then.
I definitely love you before then,
Yeah,
which is
it
weird
was
for me.
interesting because,
I
like,
was not comfortable with it.
no,
I
I wasn't
hated
either.
it.
I didn't like it at all
I
because I
hated it.
like went, like, I wanted to say it
Ugh.
to you in
Yeah,
person.
we both,
And it
neither of
was
us.
like
Ugh.
almost like a full month until we could meet in person.
Yeah,
And, we were doing video
a
dates
lot
and
of video
stuff, and we
dates.
were
Yeah.
talking all day, every single day. And
Mhm.
I was like, wow, um, this is crazy. I've never felt this way about anybody. Like,
Yeah.
this is like a truly insane feeling because, like, oh, so many things. I'm gonna get emotional. Anyway, I'm just, I don't know, I am in love with you.
Yeah. Okay, so before we met, I remember, now, I don't want this to become like a compliment Anthony moment, but I just want to like truly this is what happened. I was like, she's very pretty. And I feel like we're going to meet in person. She's going to be like, "Oh, you're not as attractive as I am."
He's said this so many times, and every time I was just like,
Yeah, well, I mean, look at you. Anyway, um, so we had like a bet where I was like, okay, well, if you're not, if you're not attracted to me, we'll see. And if she's like, and what you said, if you were still attracted to me, then you'd win the
mm-hmm.
bet and you'd get to kiss me. Is that what you, yeah, that's what you said. Um, so when we met, my first words to you were, "Are you still attracted to me?" And your first words to me were, "I love you."
And I won the bet.
And we kissed immediately,
Yes.
and it was very cute. And I was like, yeah, and we were both like basically crying,
Yeah. Oh
and
God, we
yeah, it was
cried a lot.
that was crazy. That was a
Yeah.
yeah. Did I like I? It was just so interesting, isn't it? So weird, like meeting for the first time. I mean, like seeing someone in meet space,
Yeah.
right?
Well, it's usually it is a little weird, but with you, it wasn't weird to me. It was like,
What was weird to me was like I mean, I knew you. Like I knew relatively like how small you are, but like I was. It's just
I
so
will say that
interesting
the
seeing.
height difference
Yeah,
it wasn't weird. It was just like I was like, whoa, like that's okay. You're
yeah.
very tall.
I'm not that tall though, but you're just short.
I'm very
Yeah,
short.
you're just short.
I was like,
We have
whoa.
a good situation.
Yeah, we do.
Like I'm not that tall, but you're just not tall at all, So,
Very
um,
physically challenged.
but anyway, it was very sweet, and I was just like, this is amazing. I couldn't believe it, and oh, and then of course, like we basically spent every day together after that, and then we had
Yeah.
some rough times because there were
Oh my God.
hurricanes. There were like it was nuts for a while. And then,
Mhm.
uh, soon after that, um, I asked you to marry me, like not too long
No,
after.
it really wasn't long at all.
I
But
knew
like
immediately that I
me
wanted to marry you
too. I
though,
was
so I
like,
was like,
whoa,
I
this
didn't
is
want to wait. It
it.
was very when Harry met Sally,
Oh my God. Yes.
when you know you want to spend the rest of your life with someone, you
Mhm.
want the rest of your life to start as soon as possible,
Yes.
and that's what it was. And so I was like, I'm doing this. I don't care. And then we moved in together.
Mhm.
And okay, so what's that been like, and how has it evolved over time? Like, how are you feeling?
I feel wonderful about it, honestly. It's so great. Like everything, like I was thinking about this a lot. Like I always think about this on cleaning day
Okay.
because there's a very like equal distribution of like what we're doing, and like it's so nice to just be like doing it together, and it's just like I don't know, like we just
Yeah.
everything is so seamless and wonderful. In the beginning, there was like, like I think the hardest thing wasn't even again like with us, it was mostly with like Atlas and the dogs and like
Yeah.
trying to adjust with
You
that
were
and like
very worried about
I
that.
was very
I wasn't
worried.
as worried, but
Lasted
I
a
was,
very long
yeah.
time where there was this
Yeah.
like
It
clear
was sweet.
separation and I was like this like we can't do
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
anymore. Like we gotta like
Figured
integrate
out how
and
to,
figure
yeah.
out how to like get over
That's
this
true.
fear
And once
and
that happened, it
oh
was
my
it.
God, honestly,
Like ripped off the band-aid. Like one friend comes over, like Danny came over, ripped off the band-aid.
thank you, Danny.
Yeah, seriously. Oh my gosh. But she came over like just was like, "Oh my gosh, puppies!" and like playing
Yeah.
with them and they were like sweet to her.
Yeah.
And
And
it just
he
changed
just
everything
really
for him.
saw, he was like, oh my God, they're like not
Yeah.
attacking her and she's having a lot of fun and I
Yeah.
also want to be having a lot of fun.
Yeah. So that happened. That was very nice. And it's been great like that ever
Yeah.
since with the dogs. Yeah, what I don't know, is there anything else that I'm trying to think of like oh yeah, what about like your work stuff slash working and all of that?
Work.
How's that been with us? And
So, like, with us, it's fine. I think that we're both a little stressed with our jobs right now.
yeah, a little bit.
Like I mean, for me
I'm getting
personally,
better.
yeah,
I'm
you're
getting my
unfortunately
situation.
you're
I'm on the way out
you've
of it. So
drastically improved in your
I was
situation.
getting stressed for a minute there,
Yeah,
and I
you're
was
very
just like
stressed.
wearing it, and I was like, okay, what do I do about this? I mean, well, you know what it is with me is like if I if I see a problem, if there's a problem, yo, I'll solve it. No, but if I see a problem, I want to know what the cause was or is, and what the potential solutions are, so I can employ those solutions and fix the problem and like go forward with it.
Yeah.
Especially if there's any sort of blame my way.
Hmm.
But if there's a problem and I'm kind of being blamed for it, and I don't know what happened, and I certainly don't think there's a solution that I can employ. I just feel like I'm Sisyphus. I'm stuck in a circle. I'm like I'm Bill Murray Groundhog Daying in the pit of despair, and I'm just like, what do I do? I'm going to perpetually be yelled at, and of course, eventually, I land in a place like I am in traffic, where I'm just like, people gonna people. Like that's where I default to there after like I boil for a while, and I'm like, okay, never mind. It's gonna happen. If this is my life, this is my life. You know. But I'd rather not feel that pain at all, or not have any of those daggers thrust into me.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, how do I escape this? Because I don't want to ever mistake that plateau of like pain for joy. Or just like this is fine. It's good enough. I want to get the hell out of there.
Right.
So thankfully, I've basically gotten the hell out of there. Whereas, like,
You, I just love you.
why? What?
I've gotten the hell out of there. Basically, I'm out, y'all.
I'm out, y'all. Anyway, hands up. We had a good run, issues.
Oh my
I'll
God.
see you next time.
Bye.
No. No, so but you've Oh man, it's been so interesting. Like your whole job situation has been
This
crazy.
year,
This
let
year
me
has
tell
been
you, it has been just absolutely insane. Like first I like lost my job completely and everything was horrible for like 3 or 4 months.
crazy.
Then it like completely turned around in like the best and worst way
Yep.
because then I was working like double for the same company but still making
Making
less than I
that's
ever
terrible.
was
Yeah.
because they just like cut their rates on everybody
Yeah.
and there was nothing I could do about it. And then I got a great opportunity through another editorial service and I started getting work thrown my way from that, so that was really nice. And then like I just like shout out to the writing community on Twitter because you guys really helped us get out of a bad situation this year in
Seriously.
so many different ways. And one of those ways was coming to us for your editorial services when you needed
That was
them.
amazing. I
And
mean,
like
still amazing.
it's
You
still
still you get so many
amazing.
people and
You know,
it's fun.
Anthony isn't so much a part of it anymore
Oh,
because
thank
he's been doing he's been doing you know his other job but I've been keeping up with it still
you.
and like I'm booked out until April now, which
Nuts.
is amazing,
Yeah.
but at the same time it's like super stressful because then now my issue is that like I have a deadline for myself and I
Yeah.
need to get this
Yeah.
manuscript done
Yeah.
by a specific time so
That's
I can start sending it out to people.
true.
And like I'm struggling now to come up with enough hours in the
I
day
know.
to
I
like
know. Well, I know.
put it all together. So
And it's one of those situations, and I know that situation. I'm sure a lot of people can
yeah.
relate to this, where like, okay, like right now, this time we're doing this.
Mhm.
I was going to just do this by myself.
I know.
And I was like, just use this time to go write.
I know.
And
And
of
that's
course you're like,
great because like I love that about you because you are very supportive and you do give me that time and that's why I felt good about doing it with you tonight because I know that like you'll give me that time
well,
another
yeah, of
time.
course. But isn't it's so frustrating that you're like, even when you technically have the time, you don't have the energy that specific thing takes.
Yeah.
You can do this. This is
Yeah.
completely different than what you need to do in there because
Mhm.
you know you need to lock in and be there for like 4 hours,
Yeah.
right? You need to be
Absolutely.
there for 4 hours, and if you're there for 4 hours, you're gonna get the freaking chapter done. I know
Oh,
you are.
yeah.
That's how you work,
That's how I work
right?
for
But
real.
but if you're only there for 2 hours, which is probably what it would take for me to like set up and record and do all this, right? Like if you're only there for that time, you're gonna sit there for a while, you're gonna kind of spin a little, you're not gonna like what you start with, and you
Exactly.
might get started, but it's not enough to get where you want to be,
Yeah.
and it's like being told, "Hey, we have to be somewhere at 4:45," and you're like, "It's 11 p.m." or 11 a.m. You're
Yeah.
like, "It's 11 a.m." and you're like, I can't do anything.
Yeah.
Like my day is weird now,
Yeah.
right? Because you're
Yeah.
like, what do I can't actively function.
No, it's
You know?
so true though. And honestly, like I give a lot of respect and credit to people who are able to do that like slow like I did 300 words
Yeah.
today and like, you know,
That's
I like
how I
tabulated it.
end up
But
having
I'm
to write.
like
So yeah.
I can't do that. I need to go big or not go at all.
Yeah.
That's it.
Honestly, I prefer that method. Like that's why like when I wrote Stakeout, I literally did it in like 2 nights.
Yeah.
I like that's how I'm like, all right, blah 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 blah. It's out of me, you
Yeah.
know? It's like I prefer that. I like to write like when I write Deathless, I end up writing like the whole script in like one day basically. You know, like
Mhm.
pretty much, like I mean there are little things that I tweak, but I write most of it in one day.
Yeah.
And I just prefer it that way, and it's like it just feels more in that moment, like you have that specific flow, so like the tone is all there, otherwise you start feeling like it's like this disjointed, weird Frankenstein. But like I know everything is a disjointed, weird Frankenstein anyway, but it
Yeah.
doesn't feel like that. It feels,
Yeah.
like the more you have time where you're like, oh, this is a true patch, instead of like, oh, I'm doing pointillism.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's just interesting. But yeah, so I get why you couldn't or didn't want to do it tonight, even though you had that time. It's not the right time.
Yeah, it's not the right time. It's not the right time of day.
Yeah.
I'm a very much like afternoon,
Yeah.
like early afternoon writer.
Yeah.
I can't do it super early in the morning. My brain is mush. I can't do it very like even like in the evening or at night. Like
Yeah.
I have done it out of necessity before and I always hate what I come up with and usually change it all the next day as soon as I'm able to get to the desk at like 11 a.m.
But I mean, you have some amazing things going on in your writing career that we can't really talk about for various reasons. You'll talk about them in the future.
I can talk about it.
Will it be next week,
Hmm.
really? Oh my God. Well, maybe she'll be here next week to talk about it. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. But until then, it's very exciting. It's been really amazing to be a part of that and like see you and like watch the. I mean, there's a whole weird, crazy hero's journey there that we can't talk about,
Yeah,
but like,
it's crazy. I will talk
um,
about it though.
we'll talk about it soon.
Yeah.
But what it really reminds me of is the video game Fallout. It doesn't. I have no segue for this. I've just been playing Fallout and it's been on my mind lately.
A lot of Fallout, and it's awesome because it reminds me of watching my brother play
I
Fallout,
remind her of her brother, ladies and peoples.
twisting my words, like taking them, like putting them in a salad, toss them all up,
Now I'm
taking,
tossing your salad on the
walked
bit,
it into that one, and I liked it.
leaving it all in anyway. I will. So like okay, so I haven't been playing video games by for myself
Hmm.
for years, really. Like
Well, yeah, you have a son.
yeah,
That'd be
exactly.
crazy. You're
Yeah,
just sitting there playing video
crazy. I
games
mean,
all
okay,
day.
yes, all day, yes, but I mean like when he was like very small, I used to listen to podcasts or audiobooks when he'd take a nap or
Hmm.
like when he went to bed, he'd go to bed at like 7 o'clock and I'm like, okay, I have the rest of the night. So like
Yeah.
I'll write a little and all especially when I was single, like I for freaking 6, 7 years, I was just like, okay, well, he's in bed. I'll play a couple video games and like I did like when for a while for a few years I would like play video games every once in a while. I played some Fallout and stuff, but recently, it's just been like family time, like
Hmm.
family video games, and like that's what I prefer.
Me too.
But in the mornings, I've been like, okay, I'm gonna do some work, I'm gonna do some stuff, and then I'm gonna go play weekends at least. I've
Yeah.
done that. I'm like, I'm gonna do stuff, and then I'm gonna, while I have coffee, play Fallout for a little bit. And then like Atlas will do his homework, and I'm like, all right, now I'm gonna play Fallout for like this small chunk of time before we do like dinner or family stuff or
Yeah.
whatever it is. So it's really like 25 minutes to like 35 minutes of time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's not a lot of time, but it's just a chunk every day for the past like 4 days I've been
Mhm.
playing. This game is so silly to me. And like,
It really
okay,
to hear
so
like the things that you're like, I'm on the hunt for aluminum cans. I'm like, all right, man, I hope you get that mission.
she has no respect and love for my need for aluminum right now.
I
I
all the respect. I support this mission. I hope you get all the aluminum cans that you can find.
I actually
Like,
I don't need the aluminum anymore. I already upgraded my stuff.
well, I'm
But
I'm not current on the Fallout
But
missions.
the craziest thing about this game to me is like because I can't do anything without thinking like how would we respond in this situation? Like
Yeah.
if this were our life, if we lived in this situation in which there are ghouls and monsters and
Give it a
giant
couple of years,
scorpions and
baby.
outside. All right, listen, gloom and doom. Jesus Christ. Like she's okay. I can't good things happen to her in publishing. We're getting married. She spends all this time
It's a
with her bro. She hates me. Okay. Mm. Anyway, if this were us, though,
Mhm.
if this were us, there is nothing that would make me leave my house, my or like my safe space that we create and like fortify
Yeah.
for an empty aluminum can. You know
No,
what I mean?
absolutely not.
Like, like
There's no way.
Like, I understand. Like, this guy has missions. He's like, I have to find this information about my son, and then I have to go to this institute, and blah, 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 blah. Like, all this stuff. You're following this thing. I get it. It's a story. I'm gonna let this guy follow his whimsy, whatever it may
Mhm.
be in this apocalypse.
Whatever rocks his chasm.
Exactly. But that being said, it's insane to me that he's like, well, I sure do have this armor, and in order to help this armor, I need to go get some cans, baby.
I need
And
that
like,
sweet, sweet aluminum.
not to mention, like, he just knows how to completely like fix this armor and do all this stuff. Like, he doesn't like.
Did they ever explain like this was your job in your
I
1920s
haven't-
life?
like he does say that they say you have some sort of military thing. I don't remember. Like it wasn't like very specific or that from what I can remember, but they were just like, oh, thanks for your service and blah blah blah. So like you can assume he has some sort of information, but like Why would that be so like general? It doesn't make any sense. They're so specific to like those things. And then like okay, my favorite part, the only reason I really want to talk about this because this happened recently was you're playing this game as a person who is put in this vault that's specifically made to protect you from radiation and protect you from the nuclear fallout, right?
Hmm.
That's why the game's called Fallout, right? So you're wearing this Vault-Tec suit that's like I'm gonna protect you from radiation, and it gives you like five defenses, like plus five defense against radiation. I find this guy and I fight this guy and I take his shirt
Yeah.
and I get plus 30 defense against radiation. And now it's not like a science like shirt. It's not like, oh, this is from another Volt and it's super smooth. Like no, it's just literally it's like a like
Just like a t-shirt.
it's like well it's like a leather jacket and a shirt. It's like his whole outfit for whatever reason. And they didn't explain it. They're not like, oh, well, this is why this guy.
The military is that guy in?
Yeah, look, I mean, he's some sort of secret op, like crazy monster. I mean, okay, no, yes, you can try to say like, oh, he works for the Institute or blah blah blah, whatever. It's just a shirt. Like what it is, like blank man, like they spray something on it, and they're like, anyway, now you're impervious to this like radiation. It's crazy. Why
Yeah.
didn't Voltec have that, or why didn't they give it to me? It's just nuts to me. Anyway, so now I'm wearing the shirt of the guy that stole my baby, and that seems weird.
That does seem weird.
It seems weird.
That sentence alone.
Yeah, guy stole my baby. I'm wearing his t-shirt around. His nipples touched it. My nipples touched it.
Wow. That's a lot of nipple touching.
I mean, it's two nipples. It's four nipples totally. Actually, I don't know how many nipples he has. I didn't look. I didn't count
I
them
mean,
when I
there's
stole his
lotion
shirt.
involved. There's probably
Probably like 18 nipples.
like 8 to 18 nipples involved in this.
Anyway, I've been playing Fallout lately. This is driving me crazy. Okay, we're running long. We've already talked about our entire relationship except for our wedding. But
Let me tell you all about it. No. It's happening January 15th on our birthday. There are like what, 44 days left.
it's crazy. Oh my gosh.
I'm so excited.
Are you? Hmm?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited too. I can't wait. Are we gonna do the thing where we rent the place after the day after for people?
Hmm.
Oh, that's gonna be fun. We have to do that. And I'm excited for our wedding. I'm just like I'm still nervous. We're gonna do more stuff and
Yeah. There's still like, well, I did like the last thing that we really needed to do today.
we have to do the table thing tomorrow though, right?
Well, yeah, the seating chart, but like
Oh,
that'll take like literally a night and it'll be fine.
yeah. But we don't have much left to do.
No, there's just
Um,
like buttoning up stiff.
yeah. So speaking of buttoning up, let's button up the show by saying what we're going to do this week. So what are you actually going to work on this week? Like for yourself?
For myself, I
Yeah.
am really, really, really hoping to dive into the edits that I need to do on my latest book,
Hmm.
which I'm super excited
Yeah,
about.
me too.
I I love this book so much. It's such
It's a great book.
it's a really good book.
Uh, yeah, I'm excited for people to read this one. It's very funny.
Yeah.
It's very weird for me because you were like, "Hey, your life gave me this idea," and I'm like, "Oh gosh,
It's so true.
okay." And then
It's funny because like that ties back to our relationship and we're
yeah,
talking about like the escalation of our relationship and one of those things that like took it to the next level is like I really started to watch your show and I liked it a lot and one of the things you talked about it was the time that you got hit by the truck and thought that you jumped realities. And I remember I messaged you after that and I was like, "Hey, so your story gave me this idea for a rom-com." And I gave you like the
yeah,
premise of it, and you were like, "That's so funny," because like I've definitely toyed around with like
yeah.
wanting to write a book just like that. And I wrote the idea down, and it wasn't until like 2 years later
Mhm.
that I actually sat down and wrote it. And I wrote it over the summer. And honestly, it helped me get out of a writing rut
Yeah.
because I was banging my head up
You
against the
were
wall
with
with this
the
sequel
sequel.
to I Know
Yeah,
What I Saw. And I couldn't understand why it wasn't working. And writing this book helped me figure out why it wasn't working. Now I'm really excited to get to that next. But for
I'm
now,
excited too.
I want to do Love Afterlife, and I am so freaking pumped.
Yeah, this is gonna be a big week for you.
Yes.
I am going to color more. I have to finish coloring at least one more page. I'm gonna do like one a week. I'd like to do more if I can, but it's tricky because I do like side work for my job outside of when I'm home and it earns me extra money. Whereas and
Hmm.
it's good for us. Well, especially right now, Christmas time. So like I'm trying to Christmas that's coming. Christmas is coming. So yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna color at least one page and work on some work stuff. But otherwise, that's what we're gonna be doing. Thank you so much for joining me and being a part of this. If you're out there right now and you haven't purchased all of Carly's books, go check out KT Carlisle on Amazon and all the various places where books are found. Go to Barnes and Noble and buy all of her books. They're
You should
amazing.
go to Barnes and Noble and be like, why don't you have KT Carlisle books? Huh? Huh? And also, where is Anthony LaFusi's book?
No
Oh
one
my
knows.
table script.
Speaking of that, we're gonna ship out my book to a bunch of people who are waiting for it. So if you're out there and you're like, "Hey, where's my book?" It's coming.
We're sorry. As you could have heard in this episode, we're a little stressed.
Yeah, yeah. We've had a lot going on. That's the only reason we haven't shipped it. We actually just compiled. We have all the books ready out there now, so we are ready to ship all those things. Thank you for helping me with that, by the way.
Of course.
Um, but that's what we're doing this week. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for being a part of this. Thank you for sticking around, even though Steven isn't here and he's the heart of the show.
We love you,
We
Steven.
love you, Steven.
Feel
Thank you.
better.
But thank you for being a part of this colony. We love you so much, and I love you so much.
I love you so much.
All right. Until next time, I'm Anthony,
I'm Carly slash KT.
and this has been We Have Issues. We'll see you next week.
Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. That's all I got in me. Steven, you're more committed than I am.
He's good.
Mm-hmm.
He might be the best.
He's a great boomer.
As long as he's around, you'll only be second best. He's a boomer.
Well, as we all
Are you saying-
established, second is the best.
I love it.